Hello, everyone, and a special welcome to the Bears. This is Joseph for Zoomer Questions Everything, coming to you from the shores of Lake Huron today. Today, we're going to talk about the future of Western civilization and something called Hiraeth. For a long time in my life, and until very recently, I felt that I had been born into the wrong time. I felt that our world was no longer what it once was, that through our wealth and technological advancements, we had somehow made the world less genuine, less real, and less pure. I felt we had made the world simpler, uglier, and more monotonous. I always dreamed of being able to explore a new and untouched land, knowing that I never would be able to. As a kid, I read stories and played video games, watched movies and TV that would give me glimpses of a more ancient and untamed world, and wish that I could have lived in those times without feeling there was always a controlling, watchful eye nearby. I felt that I would have rather endured a difficult and meaningful life than an easy and empty life. Not long ago, I learned of the Welsh concept of Hiraeth. As I understand it, it means a longing or a homesickness of a sort for a home that is now gone or that you have never even been to, for a heroic, golden, glorious age that is now past or may have never even existed, a nostalgia for something that cannot be brought back or returned to. Learning this word had somewhat of an emotional impact for me that was hard to describe. I finally had a way to explain this nagging feeling that was never far away. And I know that I'm a bit different than most people, but I've met a few others that have told me they have similar feelings. And I believe that there must be more who have felt this way, especially among other young people. Back to the modern world, the American empire is in decline. If you have been paying attention to what has been happening here in America and across the West, if you have been reading history, if you have an open mind that isn't afraid to entertain new and scary ideas, this is apparent. Birth rates are down, suicide and drug addiction are up. Many young people cannot afford the lives that their parents could at the same age. Some of our largest cities are becoming pits of crime, homelessness, human waste, and heroin needles all over the streets. We have infrastructure that is failing. Some cities, like New York, experiencing power failures for the first time in decades. The Flint water crisis has been ongoing since 2014 with no real promise of the end in sight. We have a lot of problems that we are either unwilling or unable to fix. America's fall into further depravity, degeneracy, filth, and corruption cannot continue forever. Either it will break or a new generation will take the wheel. The oligarchs who rule us are in a panic, using institutions such as the ACLU and SPLC to mark those who speak against them, using censorship, infringing upon free speech, even taking away people's ability to have a bank account. We are fed many lies. We are told that having children is killing the planet, that a woman who is the queen of her home, that spends her time at home caring for her children, is enslaved and powerless. We are told that a man who sacrifices to protect and provide for his family is tyrannical and patriarchal. We are told that believing in something bigger than ourselves and something that's more than our material world around us is foolish and superstitious. Many weapons in disguise are arrayed against us as individuals. We are offered chains of gold, but they are chains still. St. Augustine said, "Thus a good man, though a slave, is free, but a wicked man, though a king, is a slave. For he serves not one man alone, but what is worse, as many masters as he has vices." Those who rule us want us fat, complacent, pacified, but not so satisfied that we won't keep working for more and more indulgences. We are encouraged to dive headlong into hedonism, consumerism, and materialism, to own the most expensive car, the largest house, the nicest clothes, drugs so that we may abandon our normal consciousness, escape regular existence for ever more fleeting moments. We are offered pornography that drains our willpower, casual sex that fractures our ability to bond and build true love. But none of this will make us whole as we continue our gradual collapse. But this is not the end of us unless we choose it to be. I now realize that I was not born into the wrong time, and neither were any of us. We were born exactly for this time. Maybe these feelings of longing for what we imagine once was are meant to inspire us to build what yet could be. So, how do we move forward? I believe that our past holds the keys to our future. Christianity is the answer for a better tomorrow. Christianity is what is feared most by the evil forces that have shaped our modern world. It is why they mock and ridicule it. It is why we have words like anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, but no word for those who degrade the Christian faith. The faith, hope, truth, and love that are necessary to break free of our chains can only come from God and Jesus Christ. We must stand tall and strong in our faith and not apologize for it. We must learn to pray, to be free of fear, to be free of anger, and to be full of righteousness. This may seem strange or intimidating to someone who is not already strong in faith, but it's not as difficult as it seems. When I first began to pray again, I simply closed my eyes and asked, Lord, please give me strength. And as the weeks went on, I became strong. I became stronger than I ever had before in almost every sense of the word. If you feel weak or tired, pray for strength. If you feel lost or confused, pray for wisdom. If you at first you cannot bring yourself to believe in any supernatural being or event, believe in the value of the good, the true, and the beautiful. Speak only what you believe to be true, and learn to listen to and obey your conscience, no matter the cost. When you fall, learn from your mistakes and failures, get back up and try again. Lately, I have been filled with hope. Many people have been waking up. Many people are returning to faith. Many people are gaining a sense of natural law, in part because of how far we have strayed from it. And soon enough, the mantle will fall to us. The responsibilities will be ours to bear. The fight to rebuild what our ancestors had made for us, to rebuild the way of life that they had, will probably be a long one and a hard one, but our only chance is in Christ. The future belongs to those who show up for it. Logos is rising, and so long as God wills it, it cannot be stopped. So I'm going to end this video by showing a clip from the burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral. This was something that definitely affected me on a deep level, and maybe it'll touch you guys in some kind of way as well. And God bless everyone. That's all I've got for tonight. So if you want to leave a like, comment, subscribe, any discussions or constructive criticism is always appreciated. And question everything. Much love.